Alright guys, we are taking a look at Vechain today. Vechain is a cryptocurrency that aims to use the power of blockchain to improve the existing supply chain process. Its intention is to track the goods every step starting from production to delivery. With Vechain, users will be able to verify and check for authenticity of their product. Vechain already has some major partners like Walmart in China, and is constantly looking to get more. Taking a look at CoinMarketCap, you can see Vechain is sitting at around 3 cents from its all-time high at around 25 cents. The 24-hour volume for this coin is $108 million, and the total supply is about 85 billion tokens. Alright, let's go ahead and quickly take a look at the white paper for this project. This is a very long white paper. It's about, I think, like 87 pages, and I'm gonna roughly go through it, and you guys can check it out whenever you want to, either through the website or through CoinMarketCap, or any way you feel like accessing it. Many people nowadays get their products and they don't really wonder how it's delivered to them, but there's a whole supply chain that's associated with, you seeing your product on the shelf or you receiving that fast food item that you paid for. So the first step in this process is sourcing the raw material. After the raw material is sourced, it is packaged by the supplier and sent over to the manufacturer, who makes it into a product. Then the product is distributed, sent out to the wholesaler that distributes it to the retail and the big businesses that eventually send their product to the end consumer, which is us. After all is said and done and the consumer has their product, there's still another process that happens after the product is thrown away. Just like there was a series of steps in making the product, there's also a series of steps of getting rid of the product properly after it has been used. The waste is collected, then transported, and sorted, and bundled, then shredded, and washed, and melted, and reorganized into the new product, finally. Since blockchain allows companies and big businesses and banks to record transactions on a secure, immutable ledger, all recorded on a blockchain across many computers, so trust is inherent in the system. This type of technology is kind of useful in logistics, in the supply chain, in order to record immutably the journey of the product. In today's day and age, the way items are tracked in the supply chain is fragmented, and it leaves a lot of room for mistakes. There's been plenty of times where things have not gotten to where they're going, or there's some type of just disruption, and there's people wondering where their items are, and there's no way of knowing what has happened until later on. Companies often know that the supply chain is bad, and they often take that into account by basically overproducing products in order to make up for the loss in shipping or wherever they lose it during the supply chain. Vechain basically hopes to simplify the whole logistics of not only the manufacturing process, but the whole life cycle of a product from beginning to end, from the sourcing material all the way down to when it's thrown away and recycled. That information can be tracked and used, especially in today's day and age where there's a green initiative and people want to reduce waste and hold companies more accountable for CO2 emissions. So all that could be possible by tracking these items more efficiently through the supply chain. Now you might ask, how can they actually track all these things? Well, they do it by tagging them. And the reason they do that is because according to BBC, only 15% of reusable luxury goods are sent to secondhand stores annually. This level of waste amounts to an environmental and sustainability problem. Discarded clothes take decades to break down. Meanwhile, the fashion industry tries to meet demands of the primary market, and the opportunity to recycle and reuse clothing goes by. So and I'm sure the fashion industry is not the only one. There's probably tons of waste in a lot of these industries that can't keep track of their stuff. So it says here, tagging enables brands and customer connection. Tagging articles of clothing is something that the fashion industry has already been testing to connect with customers. Adidas uses tags to activate a mobile experience for customers. Burberry enhances customers' experience by using a tag to connect media content specific to an item. And Nike embeds tags within the soles of their shoes to enable broadcasting of data. Now, the only data that Vechain is really after is how the product is moved from place to place. The only information Vechain is really after, or data that they're after, is how items are moved. And that's information is super useful for businesses. It can help them save money by figuring out, how long does it take for an item to get shipped from beginning to end, and where the supply chain is lacking and where could it improve and stuff like that. Not only that, but also governments can use that information to put taxes on corporations, right? Saying, hey, you guys manufactured all this stuff, too much stuff, and this is how much CO2 it emits, and we're taxing you on this stuff. So you could see kind of the use cases for a Vechain and kind of like a logistics coin, almost like that. But thinking about it, it could also get kind of like dangerous potentially, because let's say governments tax businesses for CO2 emissions, but what if they could tax citizens for, let's say, not recycling something, right? Maybe a tag is put in something that is recyclable, and they track that information to you, right? Maybe they use an NFT, right? Like they track the ownership of a certain thing using an NFT, and they know it's yours because you own it. And when you throw it out, it could be tracked back to you. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's kind of like more of a thought experiment than anything, but that could also be a potential use case for it. Personally, I like Vechain. I think it has a great use case. It's at a very low price compared to the potential use case, which is literally tracking the wealth of the entire supply chain, which is crazy if you kind of think about it. So I think it's an interesting project that people should definitely keep an eye on in the future. And recently, it's kind of been popping off. I think it's up almost like 50% in the last 3 days. So try if you guys are interested, try to get in while it's cheap, and ride it all the way up. And it's something probably I would hold for long term. There's people online saying it might go to $2 in the next bull run, but given its utility and efficiency, I think it could be rather a useful coin. So look out for it in the future. All right, guys, so that's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and look out for my next video. Peace.